customer webinar for Boopsie for Libraries. This is Marketing Your Library App 101, Tips and Tools for Effective Promotion. My name is Bryan Murray. I am the Director of Account Management here at Boopsie, and thanks so much for joining us today. Just to let you know, next week's webinar is April 2nd, and that will be Novelist Select, book discovery in your library app catalog. So we have a great integration for those of you who already have Novelist, and it works when you search a specific title through your catalog. You actually get links in the item's detail page in the app for similar authors, titles, or series. It works really well. So please join us if you have questions about that. And then in 2 weeks, the webinar will discuss our brand new subscription service, CoverCake. I will talk about that a little bit towards the end of the webinar, but it's kind of a books as seen on TV service. It helps your library keep up with popular media and book trends exclusively through your library mobile app. But today, we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, marketing your library app. And this is kind of a basic overview, but I think it could give you tips no matter kind of how long you've had your app, if you just launched, had it for years, and just kind of want a new marketing push going forward for the rest of the year. So website promotion is one of the single most important steps you can take to promote your mobile app to your patrons or students. We found it is the most effective. That can really increase that usage of your mobile app. Homepage promotion specifically is the most effective. You know, we recommend prominent placement, using that old newspaper term above the fold. So web users coming to your site don't have to scroll down the page to see the ad. It's a great way to let your community know that your app's available on every single mobile device, including all Apple Android devices, Kindle Fire, and now the Windows 8 devices. So I've highlighted a few examples here, some of our library customers and their homepage promotions that are really effective. So if you want to share any promotions that you've done online in the library or anything creative specifically, please send them along, and we'll include them, in these webinars and our newsletters, and we'll definitely put it out on all our different social media channels. So we'd love seeing that. We recently looked at usage stats of 2 large West Coast cities. They have similar populations, but in January, the library that promoted their app on their homepage had about 12,000 unique users, and the library that did not had a little less than 2,000 users. So, there's a few different factors there, but the homepage promotion is probably the largest one. It's just so important to get word of your mobile app out there. That's more than 6 times increase in the number of unique app users over the same period of time. So, if you're showing your board your usage stats, hopefully you're all looking at your stats, showing your board or different staff members how your usage is growing. You can really point to the marketing promotion of your app as ways to increase that usage and downloads of your mobile app. And as you can see with these library homepages, there's a lot of different things you can do. So some of these libraries have created their own designs, but we've created a variety of different ads that you can customize or use on your website, in addition to some print collateral that you can use in your library, sample bookmarks and flyers and posters, and even a sample screensaver template we've created for your public computers at each branch. That works pretty well. And I will include all of these links in a follow-up email to the webinar, and they're always available at our website, boopsie.com, under customer resources as well. So once your patrons actually click on your new great homepage ad, you should direct them to a dedicated landing page on your site that actually promotes the app. So we do have a few landing page mock-ups on our website that you can use, but the main key is just to make it easy to find. Include that page on your website sitemap if possible, and then if you do offer an on-site on website search, include it in there as well. So include these links to the page on all major pages within your site to really maximize your search engine optimization. And again, make sure there's a kind of a strong call to action. So here's a good example here, Hoover Public Library. Make sure, have something like download now or click here to download your app now. That's, really strong and effective. Include a link to your unique pin.boopsie.com page for one-click downloads that you all have, and I'll show the redesigned page we've done for all your libraries in a couple of slides here. Include the QR code we provide as well. Memorial Hall Library does that on their app page specifically. The goal obviously is just to make it as easy as possible for all of your patrons to download your app with one click or quick scan with a QR reader, just regardless of how tech savvy they may be. And I also like what High Plains Library District has done with some of their marketing initiatives. Here's their mobile app page you can check out. They have links to their, the Apple App Store, Google Play stores. They highlight a few key features of the app, and then they created a nice little simple video overview of how to use the library app. And you can watch that on their website. It's really, Google loves videos. Put it on YouTube. You'll get a few hits, but it will really help with your search results. Help your site get found so people in your community can find, your entire site and what you offer, not just your mobile app. So here's that kind of pin.boopsie.com page that we've recently redesigned. So just make sure if you know your library's code, just type that in. This is sandiego.boopsie.com here. And then if you don't, for some reason, know that code, please email me and I'll send that to you. You can see what we kind of just refreshed the page. We added links to each store. Obviously, those are clickable. If they're on their device, it will take them automatically directly to those stores. Have your QR code there. We put a little bit of information about each app in the middle, and then on the right is a kind of web emulator, so your community can demo the app quickly, fully workable web version of your mobile app. So we think it looks a lot better, and just this is, if you don't have the resources to build your own app page, you can always just link to this page. This is for you to kind of put out there as much as possible. Really easy for your patrons and students and community to go to this page to download your app. Okay, email newsletter announcements. Another really important way to reach your community. A study recently across 5,000 adult smartphone internet users found that 82% of them use their mobile phones to check and send emails. I can imagine that's only increasing. So using the email newsletters to add promotions for your library mobile app, creates a perfect opportunity to increase usage in downloads. So we do also have a few sample email templates or blurbs you can include in your monthly library newsletters. Those are on our marketing materials page as well. Here's the Sunnyvale Public Library, our neighbors. This is their email newsletter just from this month, announcing their new mobile app. So it's also a great idea to send out a newsletter or kind of email announcement and work that into your marketing plan when you add, kind of significant new features to your app. If you add a one-click digital or Zinio or Mango languages, some users may be, waiting specifically for these services. So definitely promote those as well. And here's the Novi Public Library's monthly newsletter where they mention their app as well. So they're in Novi, Michigan. Okay, and once you promote your app to your patrons, obviously that's the most important thing, but I think it's really nice to highlight your innovation and the innovative things you're doing in your library to your community. Obviously, we all know it's not just books, it's so much more. So we do have press release templates you can edit or you can just use. as a guide for creating your own on our site. And then once you finish that press release, submit it to your paper, your local paper, magazine, radio station, local blogs, any kind of website you think that's appropriate. Bellingham Public Library and Whatcom County Library submitted that, and it highlighted the launch of their app. So they have their own app within the Washington State Library app, Washington Now. So this is a great Library Now. Sorry. So another way just to kind of get the word out there. Okay, so this is a little different, but I think this can really help with your marketing efforts. And as I said, I'm doing a webinar about CoverCake specifically next month. But CoverCake is a subscription service, kind of a new thing for Boopsie. But it came about because a lot of libraries have been asking about how to provide information about books that are mentioned on TV or radio. And so it is kind of that books as seen on TV service. It does integrate directly with your ILS. It gets updated once or twice a week. So basically, if your patron sees an author or a book mentioned on The Daily Show or 60 Minutes or NPR, they can go to their CoverCake channel within your library app exclusively to find that book within your catalog. So kind of a neat service, and if the book is in your catalog, they can place a hold and check it out from their local branch, or if it's an e-book or an e-audiobook, obviously they can check it out immediately to start reading or listening. So really cool way to kind of bridge the gap between those heavy tech users at your library and bring them into the library to check out books and see everything else that you offer. York County Libraries, their library in Pennsylvania, has been using CoverCake for a while now, and they've had really tremendous success so far. So almost 40% of their monthly users in 2013, their users in 2013 accessed CoverCake every single month. So, one of the most popular channels, after searching the catalog and Overdrive, really tremendous success. So cool service. I think you can check it out. A really easy way just to demo CoverCake in York is to go to their page, York, Y-O-R-K, .boopsie.com, and then you can check out CoverCake. It's right on their homepage of their mobile app. So nice service, and again, I'll do a full CoverCake webinar on April 9th. Okay, so that brings us to the end. I wanted to keep the marketing webinars brief and kind of open up to Q&A. If you did have anything, you can always email me anytime, Bryan, B-R-Y-A-N, @boopsie.com. But thanks for joining me. And do let me know if you have any questions. Type those in. And feel free to contact us if you need anything, if you need any help with social media, SEO, specific questions. And then if you have any specific requests, I get these sometimes. If you don't have the resources to create your own graphics or your own kind of promotions, contact us. We're happy to help. So we've got a graphics team, a good graphics team here that could definitely help you out with that, and at least we can guide you in the right direction. Our website has a schedule for our upcoming webinars, and then we'll continue to update the archive of webinar recordings. And again, the next webinar is Novelist Select, and that's Wednesday, April 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern again. And then I mentioned one more time, April 9th is the CoverCake webinar. So a couple questions here real quick. Will you send the PowerPoint's recorded version of this webinar? Yeah, I'll follow up tomorrow with the recording of the webinar, and then I'll send the slides as well, just so you can see these examples. And then, but they'll be all on our website as well, boopsie.com/customer-webinars. And then, yeah, so same question as someone asked about registering for the Cover Cake webinar in April, and that's on this link that's on the screen right now, this URL. So you can sign up for that right now. Okay, and Heather has a kind of specific question about her library in Washington. So Heather, I will follow up with you after this, kind of specific to your library. So Heather, I will have your information, so I will follow up with you this afternoon. But if there's no more questions, thanks again for listening. Sign up for our future webinars on our website, and have a great rest of your week.